Welcome to Kharche Ka Funda with me, Anil Saigal. On this show, we'll talk about the fundamentals of spending wisely. We have with us today Urvashi. Hi, Urvashi.
Hi, Anil.
Urvashi, tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do?
My name is Urvashi Singh, and I'm an entrepreneur. And I've just started out. We're into events, marketing, and solutions is what we're primarily into. And I'm from Calcutta, but then I've been in Bombay for some time now.
Okay, great. How many years have you been working, Urvashi?
For about 6 years now, I've been working.
So, Urvashi, you've come to talk to me. Obviously, you have something on your mind related to money.
Yes, we do, because since we've started out and since we're entrepreneurs and we're like a team of 10 people right now.
Great.
Yes. Because since we are in the whole planning stage and we are billing, where we get stuck is how much money should we draw out of the business. Is that we do get advances for our businesses, but then we don't know when is the next event going to happen.
Yeah,
So that's the only thing.
There's a difference between being employed and being self-employed.
Exactly.
So, Urvashi, you said you're 10 people on your team. So, all 10 are owners of the company, or
No, just three of us are owners of the
Three of
company,
you
and the
are
rest we work with associates. So we have associates who we have tie-ups with.
So, they have a fixed payment per contract.
Absolutely. Depends on the project, depends on the size of the project, and then it's negotiable, the price that we decide.
So, what you're now asking me is for the three of you who own the
Yeah,
company.
absolutely. The three of us. How much should we retain back into the business and how much should we roll out into the market?
Okay, so all three of you were working before?
Yes. All three of us were working.
There's a basic answer within your question. What we do is, as soon as we are in business, we start thinking differently.
Okay.
Nothing changes. As your expenditure changed since you were in business, your personal expenditure. Since you opened up, everything is the same. You're eating the same food, living in the same place, wearing the same clothes.
Absolutely.
So you need the same amount that you were spending earlier. Only difference is, earlier you were getting a fixed amount, you were spending a certain amount, saving a certain amount. The savings part, now you can leave it in the business since it's your own business. So the best thing, since you have a business which may or may not give you a regular monthly payout from the clients, but within the business the money will be there. So if, let's say, if you were spending 10 rupees earlier or getting a salary of 100 rupees, out of which you were saving 30.
Okay.
And spending 70.
Okay.
So now that 70 is what you need. That is your need. You have to spend that. You have rents going out, you have clothes, you have food, you have everything.
Vendor payments.
So just get that 70 out, do your expenditure, give it a year, 2 years, and see how the money flow goes. If it collects, if the money flow is big, you have a good kitty compiling for you.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, if it goes low any month or few months, then you have money to get your $7 again, $70 again.
Okay.
So your expenditure won't suffer, because business is also risk. In job you didn't have a risk. Now you have a risk. So there may be 6 months work, 6 months no work. So that will serve you better whenever, like quantifying is the easiest in business. Jitna kam se kam mein kaam hota hai, le lo. Zyada kyun lo? If you can reduce your expenditure to $60, I would do that. If I were you, I would reduce my expenditure to $50, because there's no daddy covering me now. I'm my own daddy now, because I am the owner of the business.
Yes.
So let me try and reduce my expenditure as much as possible. Whatever's left is anyway in my own business. So three of us will own it anyway. So that would be a great starting point for you.
Okay, that's
If you
that's
find
good
that
advice.
acceptable. Otherwise, let me think of another option for you.
No, this sounds
This
good.
should work.
Yeah, so
financial
it's
year.
the beginning of the financial year. Now that it's beginning of the financial year, something that we faced was that we realized when we had internally calculated the expenses and the profits that we had were way lesser than what we
were used to.
Yeah. So basically, that was something which was a shortfall which we realized basically.
But this you said, like you opened your company 6 months ago. So don't count
so
count
those
your
things,
chickens.
should we worry about those things right now?
Don't worry at all. Don't count your chickens immediately. Give it time. अभी तो शुरू किया है, 6 महीने हुए हैं. First 6 months, obviously, if you do a balance sheet, it won't give you the whole picture. Because whenever you set up a business, there are some initial setup costs which will not keep happening again and again. So these will have some impact on your initial balance sheet. So that may be scaring you. And don't look at this this month, matlab these 6 months I didn't make as much as I would have made from a salary. Never look at that. Because that's what risk taking is about. It could be like this for a year. Doesn't matter. Because eventually there is a pot of gold at the end of the rain.
Yes.
When you're an entrepreneur and you have 6 years experience and you're thinking these questions, shows that you're on the right track. You're not a person who's going to just take the client's advance and spend it. I have seen businessmen do that. Client payment is not profit. That is a payment. You have to pay your vendors out of it. So there you're like firmly on the ground. You're thinking कितना निकालें. अभी तो कम आया है, जब ज़्यादा आएगा तब भी कम ही निकालना. So don't bother about the initial scare that you saw in the first 6 months balance sheet. Don't bother about it.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else on your mind right now?
No, no, not really.
Okay, thank you, Urvashi,
Thank
for
you so
coming and
much.
talking to me.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. And before we leave, fund of the day. For every startup, the most important thing is to sustain itself for as long as possible without additional funds.